What is up, my boys and girls? It is I, the Lonesome Arbiter, and I'm here with a video about the most important memetics you can get as a solo player in Phase 1. I will not be covering the memetics that unlock in Phase 2 currently because first of all, the server I'm in has not unlocked Phase 2 yet, and I would like to give you all my opinion on it once I've thoroughly investigated all of the best memetics you can choose as a solo player to make sure that you gain the most while being alone. Anyway, so let's get into the most important memetics. First of all, we will start with infrastructure. So in infrastructure, remember that you just have to do this because you cannot really play the game without this, so you will get this anyway by default. Ore detectors are completely useless. Never waste your memetics on this unless you want to complete the journey achievement. Resource detection is only useful for end game, so I'm not going to talk about phase 2 stuff as I've already mentioned in the video. You need to get to electro refining as soon as possible because the charcoal really needs to be used in gunpowder and other things when you get more into the story and the next regions like Iron River and other stuff like that. Anyway, so let's continue. In infrastructure, you need to get bronze pickaxes. All of these are pretty important. Get chainsaws because you want to make sure you just get wood as quick as possible, and chainsaws are amazing at wood farming. You will farm wood so quickly you won't even know how that you have 1000 wood and only 30 seconds have passed since you started farming. So chainsaws are great. So for this infrastructure, I would say get to electro refining as quick as you can. So we're going to be starting with crafting. In crafting, you need to get to synthesis bench, intermediate tools, and intermediate gear workbench as quick as possible. Why am I telling you to get to these as quick as possible? Because you are a one-man army. You need to be ready for everything on your own, and these benches allow you to get that steel ammo, the intermediate stuff that you can craft in the game, all that good stuff. You will need to get a scout drone as well, just in case we need a little bit of more support, and it never hurts to have more support as a solo player, as you all know. It's hard, especially PvP. You need help with a scout drone in PvP. But the thing about PvP is most people just get sniper builds and they will just try to kill you from 1000 meters away, which is quite stupid, but hey, can't really do much about that. Anyway, let's continue. For logistics, it's a really basic thing. You need to get air drying. That's it. You don't need anything else. I only use compost bins because I need to get rid of all of that rotten food that ends up coming in my possession. And other than that, in logistics, you don't need to care about food as soon as you get to air drying. Rainwater collection system is completely useless. But you can just get dirty water and just turn it into boiled water from your camp. It doesn't take that long. And if you want to automate things, then I would recommend water pumps and water filters. Really helps. Solar generator is a must-have for solo players in the early game, and I will tell you very specific memetic specializations that you need to get to maximize your solar generator input. But I would say the most important memetic that you can get in logistics is the securement unit expansion, because you're a solo player. You need to spend your time as best as you can with the most efficiency, and to ensure that you need to have a ton of slaves. I mean deviations. You need to have a ton of deviations. So you need to get this as quick as possible so that you can have 10 deviations working for you guys. Refrigeration is good if you want to save stuff. Wish machine is completely useless. You can get one from a quest. Vending machine is completely useless because it just is. It really is. I mean, the most you can give someone are energy links, but in endgame, energy links can be farmed so easily. So no, these don't really matter. Anyway, let's continue. For building, we need to completely shift our focus to our basic defenses, defensive traps, and auto turrets. This, to me at least, is completely useless unless you're trying to make a high-tech base. That's it. I do not care about this. I don't know why this exists. I mean, I know why it exists, but I don't really see myself using this because I have other ways of doing the same thing that this does. You need defensive turrets. Since you're a solo player, PvP, PvE, you really need it. You don't have a team besides you. You don't have people who will defend your base by putting their bases around yours. So having an updraft, having a auto turret system is very important in PvP specifically. In PvE, this doesn't really matter much unless you're doing purification on your own, then it matters. That is all for this stuff. And get a garage. Why not? You need to get a garage. Why do you need to get a garage? You need to get a garage because you need to repair your vehicle. And in PvP, if people are just constantly shooting at you, your vehicle will take a lot of damage. And it can explode too. So, have a garage so that you can repair it and upgrade it. Modification is needed so that you can upgrade your vehicle, and it doesn't hurt to get this. Then again, in crafting, building is quite useless to me except for this one. This is the most important one because this is territory expansion. The most important and the most useless at the same time is territory expansion. Why is it the most important and the most useless at the same time? Because for territory expansion, if you're trying to make a really elevated building, then territory expansion doesn't really matter because you can just have multiple floors for it. But if you want a bigger territory, if you want some better defense and stuff like that for your purification and defense, so you will want to get a territory expansion to make a base that can just maximize defense over everything. If you're in PvP, I would say if you're playing PvP, you need to make sure to get the most hidden, most under the ground type of location for your base as possible, because man, there are some fucking vultures, man, I swear to God. Anyway, so let me go over the most important for every subclass first. Electro refining. For crafting, we have these intermediate tools, synthesis bench, all of these. For our logistics, the most important ones are this, and this. These are the most important. For our buildings, the most important ones are these, and this. Now we will switch to memetic specialization. Now what I've chosen right here is the most efficient usage of your time. This right here. So what do you need? For your first specialization, you need to pick Forest Foe. For your second specialization, you need to pick Master Craftsman. For your third specialization, you need to pick Precision Refining. For your fourth specialization, you need Photon Power to maximize your solar generators. For your fifth special refining, you need to get Precious Metal Refining. Why? Because you can get these ingots of silver and gold which you can sell for the most amount of energy links you can get. Next up, we have Efficiency Lever, which is unlocked at level 30. You can get this, and this just decreases power consumption and crafting time of electric furnaces. Amazing. And for our final one, we have Electrical Expert, because after you get this, for every single solar generator you make, even for your advanced generators, you get +1 generator slot. For phase 1, you only get 4 generators. Maybe in next phase you might get some generators, you might not, I do not know yet. But you also get 2 volts of power output for every single extra generator, which is just amazing. Coupling this with this, just amazing, absolutely amazing. So these are my specifications for a solo player to maximize their impact on the world of one's human, PvE or PvP. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Please like, share, and subscribe. It doesn't take more than a second. And I'll see you all next time. Lonesome Arbiter out.